Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
And this is the Insider Report.
So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hello, Kat. How you doing?
Hey, Bruce. I'm doing pretty well. Had a nice sunny weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the sunshine. I spent a lot of time getting some yard work done.
Is that what you did?
It was productive. Yes, it was a productive weekend. Not so leisurely. It was just more productive.
Well, I'm glad one of us had a leisurely weekend.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, but you were busy putting on the 4th of July festivities for everybody, too. So your work was kind of play for everyone else.
You know, and it was play for me, too, as soon as all the hard stuff's done, all the fun stuff. But we got to, oh, my gosh, yeah, it was a great weekend. The Sky High 4th of July Slam and Salmon weekend. But, yeah, we got to doing layout for it on last Wednesday, and all of a sudden we're like going, hey, this thing's getting big, and we keep on going, and next thing you know, we got the whole boardwalk filled up, and I'm going, oh, hey, that hasn't happened at the Slam and Salmon Sky High before, so here we go, yeah.
Well,
it's going to justify, it just justifies what we're going to do next year, because we'll make sure to have music down there on that end stage, because it's, and we'll probably have a middle lane as well, because then next year more vendors will want to come do it, and everything be a part of it, so that's good. It was fun, so we had a good one, like I said, last week, now it's number 4 down, 3 to go. So, yeah.
Like when you get in countdown mode, it's midsummer when you're counting down the events.
That's right. Yeah.
For you.
And I'm going to tell you what, I got one Bodacious Bazaar coming up this next Saturday. And then I finally get I had 5 weeks in a row. Like I said, I should have pitched a tent down there at the port for the weekend. Right. Yeah. But I get this one, and then we get a break before the Bigfoot Blues Fest. So, we'll talk about that one, too, down the line here. But, yeah, that was it. So I hope everybody out there had a good weekend and got out there and did something. And we probably saw you this weekend down there at the port, I'm sure. But before we get going, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Oregon. Hey, it's Monday after, I did an event, okay? So I got rented lips sometimes here. So, hey, I want to thank Oregon's South Coast Fishermen, otherwise known as the Castaways, and Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. And if you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, just go to kciw.org and you will be on your merry way. And hey, we got some guests in the house here.
Yeah,
we got
multiple guests.
Yes, we do. We got a duo here. Well, they teamed up in, business. They might as well team up coming here with the Internet Report. So here we got Bill Gerski. He's Vice President of Marketing and Sales at Beacon Broadband. And then we've got Keith Buchalter. He's Marketing and Member Services Manager for Coos Curry Electric Cooperative. Well, welcome aboard, gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
Good morning, Bruce. How you doing?
Doing good. Hey, this is your first time on here with us, Keith, so that's very cool.
There's always a first time for something, Bruce.
That's right. And then once it gets, if you're like Bill, it's a rolling thing. So... So, hey, got some questions here for you. Keith, I'm going to start off with you first because, I heard, how did Coos Curry Electric come about making the decision to build out a Beacon fiber network for all the members in Coos and Curry counties? And what are the benefit it brings to the members and Coos Curry itself?
Just like in 1939, there was a dilemma about bringing electricity to the southern Oregon coast and making sure that everybody that we serve will have good access to internet. So it's just the same, it kind of emulates the same kind of dilemma that we have in 1939, electricity and now internet. So we wanted to make sure that every single member that Coos Curry Electric has the same access as everybody else in a big city. So that's how we actually started with the project with Beacon Broadband. Other than that, we also had a need that was connecting to our substations. For us, having access to information in the field is critical. With access to information, having reliable access to information through fiber allows us to save money in rolling trucks unnecessarily, identify problems or potential problems ahead of time so we can do preventive maintenance, and at the same time, just to restore power faster than we would if we don't have that information. It's just like you going in the field and you know exactly what's going on, so you can prepare the trucks and all the equipment and how many people need to go, and they know exactly what they need to take care of. So that is one of the main reasons that we actually got into the fiber business.
Right on. That's like a light bulb went off in somebody's brain. The right one, too, because that's great. Kind of a match made in heaven almost type thing. You were needing each other. Hey, and Bill, last time we talked, Beacon was heading up to the Port Orford way. How far north is Beacon Broadband Broadband completed its construction now?
Well, that's a great question. Thanks, Bruce, and it's good seeing you and Kat again. I keep running into Kat all over the place. We just did a streaming class at the library, and she's the assistant manager over at the library, and we did a big two streaming classes teaching people in Brookings how to stream TV. So we're probably going to have another class here in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. But I'll tell you, we've really been growing a lot, Bruce. And as you're probably aware, we started at the border here in California about 2 years ago. And now we've already gone all the way up through Langlois and into Bandon. That's a huge growth area. We've passed over 14,000 homes and businesses, and we have over 5,500 customers at this time. Going home, turning on the internet, and making sure their internet works, their TVs are streaming, their kids can do their homework. There's a lot of things that are going on with the internet, and we're happy to be a big part of that. So as we grow, by the end of the year, we're going to hook up Agnes. Agnes has no internet at this time, but come August, all of Agnes will be lit up with high-speed fiber network. We're going up into Sumner, into Morrison, oh my gosh, Fairview. As you go up into these areas, most of those areas, as you go back in off of the 101, Bruce, none of them have internet services. They're using satellite services, and we're going to be streaming fiber out there, utilizing the poles that Coos Curry Electric has. So we think it's going to be, by the end of the year, we'll have close to, say, almost 7,000 customers hooked up in these areas. And then we're going to finish the project by the middle of next year.
So you're going just that far up there?
All the way towards Coos Bay.
All the way towards Coos Bay.
So wherever Coos Curry Electric members are, we're going to hook those up. And then in areas like Bandon and Langlois, we can actually hit another 2,000 homes and businesses right across the street from where Coos Curry Electric is, and we'll be hooking those members, non-members up in those areas too. So they're pretty excited when they see our trucks.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Hey, what do you believe that really makes Beacon Broadband stand out?
Well, as you're aware, Bruce, we've opened up offices here in Brookings and Gold Beach. We're utilizing the Coos Curry Electric offices up around Coquille and Port Orford. So local is the biggest word I'd like to say. We have local jobs. The money stays local. That is number one. Number two, when you sign up for Beacon Broadband, it's only $55 for 500 megabits. By the way, that's symmetrical, which means the speed's the same both ways. So it's price for life. Your equipment's free and your installation free. Now, I'd like to make a point, Bruce. That's not going to be forever. That's if you're a Coos Curry Electric member and we're running by and providing high-speed fiber services, initially it's a free hookup and free equipment. And the price is for life. We will raise our rates, but not if you're locked in that price for life. We will start charging installation fees, and we will start charging for equipment. So it's a reminder to people out there, if you're a Coos Curry Electric member, it's probably time to get hooked up to us. Take advantage of the offer. Just remember, membership has its privileges, and if you're a member of Coos Curry Electric, you should join up with Beacon Broadband and take advantage of all they have to offer.
Oh, that's great. I appreciate it. And, I got to say, as an insider of Southern Oregon Events, you guys, Beacon's now down at the port, and I appreciate that big time, and our vendors are loving it because the Wi-Fi down there is just fabulous now. It's ripping right through there, and I really appreciate you guys doing that and sponsoring it.
Well, that's thanks, Bruce. I appreciate you saying that because it's the first smart port of Brookings Harbor. So we're making the harbor smart. We put up about 6 antennas out there. They're little satellite-type dishes that can beam wireless internet service. So our fiber connects up to the dish. Then we can broadcast throughout the harbor. Every section of the whole harbor is hooked up to fiber. All the 95 boats, when you have your little festival, your big festivals down there, all the people want to use their credit card statements and stuff like that. We can hook them up to. You do such a great job down in the harbor, entertaining all the people around Curry County.
Oh, thank you.
We're proud to be a part of it and partner with you in providing high-speed internet to people that come down there.
Thank you very much, Bill and Keith, for coming on down here and letting everybody get the internet report here so we know what the heck is going on. We'll have you back on again, too, in the future. We always do with Bill, and you come on and join him, too, Keith. If you got something else to spread out the word out there, let's get it out there. So
appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. You guys have a great one. See you at the festivals.
See you.
Take care. All right. Well, now we better get on with the old music schedule because we got plenty of that going on still.
Okay, well, let's turn our attention to post-July 4th activities, starting with Cisco, playing Saturdays and Sundays at Whales Head from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On the 17th, he's going to be at Seaview Senior Center from noon to 1. And on the 31st of July, he's going to play at Chetco Activity Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah, and then Lon Goddard on the 12th, he'll be at Ambiance by the Sea from 3 to 6. On the 15th, he'll be at the Fox and Goose Public House in Sacramento from 7 to 9. On the 12th and the 26th, he'll be at Misty Mountain Brewing 6 to 8. And on the 30th, he'll be at Kuntai 6 to 9.
And then the Mighty Steelheads are playing on the 11th and the 26th at Inateca in Crescent City at 7 p.m. And on the 27th, they're playing at the Bigfoot Blues Fest down in the Port.
Oh, yeah, I got to mention that. They played their traditional. Last 4 years, they played at the Salmon Forest and everything like that. So on the Sunday.
They're a staple.
They're good. And they're going to be at the Bigfoot Blues Fest, too. So there you go. Oh. Hey, yeah, the Italian guys on the 12th, they'll be at Inateca at 7 p.m. On the 16th, they'll be at Pete's Bar and Grill at 6 p.m.
And then Patty Ann is playing on the 11th at Kuntai from 6 to 8. And on the 25th, she'll be at Chetco Brewing Co. playing from 6 to 8.
Yeah, Inateca's got a heavy schedule here. On the 11th, they got the Mighty Steelhead 7 to 10. On the 12th, the Italian guys 7 to 9. On the 18th, Robert Tiernan and Friends 8 to 10. On the 19th, AMS from 5 to 7. On the 23rd, karaoke 7 to 9. On the 25th, the Way Outs 8 to 10. And on the 26th, the Mighty Steelheads once again from 7 to 10.
All right. And then Disturbing the Peace is playing on the 17th down at the Eureka Summer Concert in Humboldt County from 6 to 9 p.m. And on the 25th, they're playing at the Del Norte Golf Course running from 4 to 7.
Yeah. And Latitude on the 19th, they'll be at Kuntai 6 to 8. And on the 26th, they'll be at Pete's Bar and Grill 6 to 8.
And JD Drums has some dates coming up. On the 12th, he'll be at World Headquarters 101 from 7 to 10. On the 18th, Inateca in Crescent City, 8 to 10. On the 19th, playing at Augustino's Wine Tasting Room from 2 to 5. On the 26th, at Groundlings Pizza in Gold Beach from 5 to 8 p.m. And then on the 15th, 22nd, and 29th, he's hosting the open mic at Oxenfree with Keith Roberts from 8 to 11.
Yep, and then Inateca on the 11th, there'll be wait, what am I doing? I did the Inateca already. Oh, well, hey, you know what that is? That's called the Department of Redundancy. There we go. I'm not going to say it again. You should have caught it the first time.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're done with the music then.
Yes,
which is a great way to segue into our usual thing, the library report.
Here we go.
So here's the Chetco Library schedule of events coming up in July. They're located at 405 Alder Street in Brookings. For weekly events at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesdays, they've got story time. That's stories, songs, and games for young children. And at 3:30 p.m. on Tuesdays, they have a tween club. That's for youth ages 10 to 13. Then they explore new interests and activities every week. On Wednesdays, and this is a note that this is for July only, at 10:45 a.m., we're working with the Brookings Harbor School District to provide free summer meals for youth. So Brookings Harbor School District's Bob Bus stops every Wednesday at the Chetco Library, again at 10:45 a.m., for youth ages 1 to 18 to have a free midday meal. And then at 12:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, they've got a gardening group happening at the Kalmiopsis Garden. That's at the elementary school. And they meet at 12:30 to 2. And kids can learn all about gardening alongside Curry County Master Gardeners. So that's going on this summer. And then Thursdays at 3 p.m., they have their Summer Lego League. Lego enthusiasts of all ages are welcome to join us in the youth section for an open build. They have weekly themes. And at 5:30 p.m. on Thursdays, we've got fitness options. There's Easy Flow Yoga. This is a free class. And for this class, it's recommended that participants be able to comfortably get up and down from the floor. Then on Saturdays at 1 p.m., they have Saturday Shuffle that features Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and more. So if you're a card gamer, that is the event for you. Second and fourth Saturdays at 1 p.m., they also have a drop-in Teens Teach Tech Day. You can stop by the library annex with your device or tech questions and get help from a trained cyber senior technology mentor. And this free service is presented in partnership with Harmony and Me Music. And coming up in monthly and special events at the library, on the 11th, that's Friday at 4 p.m., they've got their Summer Poetry Slam. Poetry lovers of all ages are invited to the large meeting room to celebrate the written and spoken word. Poets can recite original poems, or they can share a poem by their favorite poet. Sign-ups begin at the door a half hour before the event, and anyone who performs will be entered to win a door prize. And then on Saturday, July 12th from 3 to 4:45, they have their Art Walk open house. You're invited to join July's featured artists and library staff for light refreshment, music, and an art gallery meet and greet. And on Monday, July 14th, they have Spice World bags. That's all day while supplies last. Take a culinary journey around the world. Spice bags feature a unique monthly spice from a different part of the world. Each bag comes with a tester sample, trivia, and recipe suggestions. And that's just it for this coming week at the Chetco Library. Even more coming up. We'll have at the next show more events coming up. But all library-led events and programs are free to attend, whether or not you have a library card. And you can get more information about library events at chetco.librarycalendar.com. And hey, now it's time for quotes from famous people with Cousin Bruce.
Yep, we got an awesome library. That's all I got to say. Here are a few quotes from comedian actor Dan Aykroyd. He was born July 1st, 1952. He says, "People love gentle larceny." He says, "We must come to the point where we realize the concept of race is a false one. There is only one race, the human race. And I believe that if a man dies with a single penny sitting in the bank, he's a fool. And last but not least," Dan Aykroyd says, "I'd make a bad preacher." Hey, hope you enjoyed these week's quotes from Dan Aykroyd with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, hey, have a great one.
Yeah.
I like that people love gentle larceny.
Gentle larceny.
Gentle larceny.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
All right, the Chetco Pelican Players at the Playhouse on 1240 Chetco Avenue are presenting one more weekend of Bus Stop. And Bus Stop is a drama with tinges of comedy throughout, set in a diner during a snowstorm in March 1955 in rural Kansas, 30 miles west of Kansas City. It involves a group of people waiting at a bus stop. They're forced to seek shelter together against a harsh storm. The impromptu overnight layover in a local diner involves drama and romantic entanglements that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. Again, one more weekend to see this. It's July 11th, 12th, and 13th. Friday and Saturday performances at 7 p.m., Sunday matinees at 2 p.m. Doors open 45 minutes before curtain at the Chetco Playhouse. Tickets are $15 for adults, $7 for students. You can get tickets at the door. You can call 541-469-1857 to reserve a seat in advance. And you can also buy tickets online at chetcopelicanplayers.org.
Yes, indeed. Hey, and the Crescent City Downtown Divas are presenting Red, White, and Brews. This will be happening on the 11th, 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. on 3rd Street. There'll be brews, local art, food, and music. So there you go. Red, White, and Brews, a week after 4th of July. There you go. Clever.
And then Every Child Curry is having a charity golf tournament coming up at the Salmon Run Golf Course on the 12th of July. And to get more information, register and get times for that, you can call 541-351-8066.
Yeah. Hey, and before I go to the Relay for Life, since it's happening, I always forget our own vets writing it down. There's a Bodacious Bazaar here this Saturday.
Oh, there you
the
go.
12th down at the Port of Brookings Harbor. It runs from 10 to 5. Yeah, we usually have vendors and a beer garden and some music going on. So that's happening. And then Relay for Life of Crescent City is presenting the 2025 Relay for Life at Del Norte County Fairgrounds. This will be happening on the 12th and the 13th. On the 12th, it'll be 6 p.m. Until 6, at 6 p.m., yeah, and then on the 13th, it'll start at 12 p.m. They say there's a location change, so note that this year's event is moving to the fairgrounds. They hope having the option to be inside and out of the weather will encourage more folks to participate. They say bring a friend. They kick off the event Saturday evening with an opening ceremony and a free dinner for cancer survivors. Please register in advance, and they will wrap up on Sunday at noon with closing ceremony honoring all of those that participated and supported the cause. Oh, they wrap it up at noon. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So start. Oh,
it's like an overnight walkathon
relay
That's what
style I did that when I did the went with when Rhonda Gardner had it going on here. She had me dressing
Back
up
at the track.
I did the female one. I did the female person. Yeah. We dressed up as the woman. Yeah.
Yep. So that's why that's happening that
Gotcha.
way. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, there's a party in the park happening at Buffington Park in Gold Beach. And the theme of it is Enchanted Forest. And that's on the 12th of July as well from noon to 4 p.m. This is free to attend. There's going to be carnival games and prizes for all grade school children. And there's a free picnic lunch for participants and family members.
All right. And then Elk Valley Casino is presenting Comedy Night featuring Joe Hill. This will be happening on the 12th at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale now in person at the Points Club booth or online in advance at etix.com. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Must be 21 or older to attend, and seating is first come, first serve.
All right. And then Legends Arcade is hosting a POG tournament. This is happening the 20th through the 24th of July. And registration happens at 2 p.m. Tournament starts at 3 p.m. You can trade POGs, play in the POG tournament, meet Max Dude Extreme. I'm not sure who that is, but Max Dude Extreme will be there. And there is a fee for registration.
Yeah.
And hey, now it's time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
Right. Hey, Cat. G'day, mates. Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's Bit of Real History for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know that a group of women were known as the Radium Girls? It's true, and here's the story. Beginning around 1917, women in factories in New Jersey, Illinois, and Connecticut were employed to paint watch dials with luminous paint containing radium. Well, the paint was used to make the dials glow in the dark, which was a popular feature at the time. Well, the women were instructed to point the tips of their brushes by putting them in their mouths, a practice known as lip pointing. Well, this was done to create a fine point for the detailed work of painting the numerals on the dials. Well, the radium in the paint was ingested by the women through this method, and over time, it caused severe health problems. Radium is chemically similar to the calcium, so the body incorporated it into their bones, leading to bone damage, anemia, and other illnesses. Well, when the women began experiencing health problems, the companies initially denied any responsibility and tried to cover up the dangers of radium. However, some of the women, including Grace Fryer, bravely fought back. They formed a legal team and pursued lawsuits against the companies. The Radium Girls cases were landmark legal battles, attracting national attention and ultimately leading to significant changes in workplace safety laws. The women's fight for the justice helped establish occupational disease labor laws and required safety precautions for workers exposed to hazardous materials. The Radium Girls is a tragic one, but it also highlighted their courage and resilience in fighting for their rights. Their sacrifice led to significant improvements in workplace safety standards, and their legacy continues to inspire workers' rights movements today. Hope you enjoyed this week's Bit of Real History with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Till next time, hey, always keep it real.
There's a whole book about that. It's really compelling. They even turned it into a play.
A movie?
I can't remember if it became a movie, but I know for sure it became a stage play, and it's actually really popular amongst like high schools to perform it right now.
Okay,
so, yeah.
All right.
It's an interesting one, and it's a fascinating.
If it's not
story.
a movie, I'm sure it will be soon. For sure.
Yeah,
it's an interesting story.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a couple minutes left here. Let's turn our attention to the Curry Public Library in Gold Beach. They're having Adventures in STEM Take Apart Tech, backed by popular demand, a Miss Janie original. You can see what's on the inside of everyday technology items in this hands-on drop-in program for all ages. More about this series. This program is part of the Summer 2025 Adventures in STEM and Adventures in Art series. Youth of all ages are invited to explore science, technology, engineering, math, art, and more. You can drop in Mondays from 10 a.m. to noon, July 23rd through July 28th. And there's a bonus event, too. Biscuit and Friends, along with their human handlers, will be present at all Monday STEM and art events to offer children a chance to practice reading with a highly trained dog.
As long as the dog doesn't read back, we're all right. It'd be highly trained, right? Highly trained.
Frighteningly highly trained. Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Hey, the Brookings Recording Ensemble is looking for people to join them in the exploration and enjoyment of playing music for the recorder. They meet at the Chetco Activity Center on Wednesdays from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Bring your recorder and a music stand, and music will be provided. Yeah.
All right. And then since we have just a couple minutes left here, just a quick announcement from Three Penny Theater Co. That the play The Psychological Thriller Squall will be opening July 25th and running through August 3rd. Performances are happening the 25th through the 2nd at the Brookings Event Center at 800 Chetco Avenue in Brookings. And then their August 3rd closing performance, they're going to have a special event at the Pistol River Friendship Hall located at 24252 Carpenterville Road in Gold Beach. Witch. And this is a very gripping psychological thriller. And they are going to have tickets on sale at threepennytheater.com. It's $15 for admission with discounts available for students, seniors, and veterans. And Friday and Saturday performances take place at 7 p.m. The matinees take place at 2 p.m. And if you have any questions about the show, please call 541-373-0534 or get in touch at threepennytheater.com.
Oh, good. Glad you got that one.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's it. We got the flying fickle finger of fate from the producers. It's time to close out this week's show. Before we go, I'd like to give a shout out to our fearless producers, Ray and Tom, for all their great work each week, helping us bring our show to the airwaves. And thank you all for tuning into this week's Insider Report. And please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows they have to offer. You can catch all the show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org. And you can check out the live streaming that's available while you're there. Hey, most of the info for this week's show came from the Insider of Southern Oregon. You can read more by going to the insiderofsouthernoregon.com, where you also find a link to the Insider Report. And we got Squall in the paper as well, so you can read more about it in the Insider as you can. Hey, until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off, so please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey,
we'll see you out there.
Bam!
I was like, we're getting it.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.